Good morning and welcome along to lesson 284. I can elect to change all thoughts that hurt. This is a very powerful lesson. And, I was kind of reflecting this morning on the changes that the Course in Miracles has made in my life, how different I am than I was, from when I started the course, which is many years ago now, and it has sort of gradually seeped its way into being just how I live. And what it has done, I suppose the greatest gift is the faith that I have, but also the lack of worry and the lack of stress. That doesn't mean that nothing ever bothers me, but very little bothers me in the way that it would have done in the past. I lead a very peaceful life with very little drama in it. Occasionally my daughters will come with a big story and a bit of excitement and drama, but nobody gets too sucked into anything. And it's just really peaceful. Yeah, and I'm very grateful. And I know you'll be knowing changes at this stage, 284 lessons in. Wow, it's amazing. And this is a really powerful lesson insofar as that we give everything, as you know, all the meaning that it has. And so even our thoughts, we add meaning onto meaning onto meaning. But we can shift our consciousness. We can change our thoughts. We can choose peace. There are so many things we can do when something comes along that feels like it's bothering us or causing us hurt or pain. We have the divine within us. We have this force of love, which is more powerful than anything else, and can help us to change our thoughts. And as you know, change your thoughts and you change your reality. This morning, I would like to share a prayer with you that I came across that has just really warmed my heart, I guess. It's very beautiful. And I invite you to close your eyes down and I will read the prayer to you, and it can be our opening settling in. So if you want, you can gently close your eyes down for a moment. Soften in your seat. Let your body fall still. Source, to you I raise my whole being, a vessel emptied of self. Accept, Lord, this my emptiness. And so fill me with yourself, your light, your love, your life, that these precious gifts may radiate through me and overflow the chalice of my heart into the hearts of all with whom I come in contact this day, revealing unto them the beauty of your joy and wholeness, and the serenity of your peace, which nothing can destroy. It's a particularly beautiful prayer and is very much aligned with the teachings of the Course in Miracles and the workbook lessons that you're doing through these lessons in love. So today's lesson, I can elect to change all thoughts that hurt. So perk up your ears. Loss is not loss when properly perceived. Pain is impossible. There is no grief with any cause at all. And suffering of any kind is nothing but a dream. This is the truth. At first to be only said and then repeated many times, and next to be accepted as partly true, with many reservations. Then to be considered seriously more and more, and finally accepted as the truth. So you can see that this is a really gentle invitation into this, because it seems pretty big when you hear it first. And of course, what the invitation is to lean into love, to lean into spirit, to recognize, even if you look at loss as no loss when properly perceived, you know, when we really think about loved ones who have passed on, they're gone home. You know, there is no loss. Their spirit is free. Yes, we miss them indeed, but there is no loss. And when you start to lean into the truth, when you really start to lean into the truth, the pain begins to dwindle and dwindle. The hurt begins to dwindle and dwindle. And it gets to the stage where, you know I've questioned even, am I having any feelings at all about certain things? Like recently I got what somebody might consider some worrisome news about two different people actually in my life, close family members. And it was almost like for a moment I was going to go to that habit of concern or worry. And then I realized actually that is not the truth. The truth is that I'm in this place of trusting that everything is working out exactly as it needs to. And that all I have to do is like really hold them in my heart and direct love and see them well and whole and happy. And that's the miracle, that shift in consciousness. So there's that moment where you want to go back to the old habit. And then there's the moment of realizing, actually, I'm okay. It's okay. They're okay. They are going through an experience, but the truth of who they are is okay. And that's what we're always asked to focus on. We're always asked to focus on the light and not on something else that's showing up other than the light. When we focus on the light, we get more of the light. So the lesson goes on to say, I would go beyond these words today, so further than the words that say, I can elect to change all thoughts that hurt. I will move past all reservations and I will arrive at full acceptance of the truth in them. My source, what you have given cannot hurt. Okay, so we have been given full, magnificent life, but we have never left our source. Remember that we have never left our source. So grief and pain must be impossible. So that's all happening at the level of the dream. Let me not fail to trust in you today. And that's the big thing. It's the trust, it's the faith, it's the belief. Accepting but the joyous as your gifts. Accepting but the joyous as the truth. And I love how that prayer I read, lined up. Because we want to empty out the self. And in the prayer, the self is with the small s. So it's emptying out all the false beliefs, all the false thoughts, so that you can be filled. And here it says in the prayer, with light, with love, with life, that these precious gifts may radiate through me and overflow the chalice of my heart, so that I may go out on this day, you and I, and be full expressions of love. And that if we meet anybody that isn't expressing in that way, we recognize that they are love, but they're in a call to recognize who they truly are. So anytime anything is wrong, it's that recognition, or seemingly wrong. It's that recognition that someone is in a call for love. They have just forgotten who they are. And when you're in that call for love, you have forgotten who you are. And a beautiful thing, if you do find that you're struggling, then the most precious thing you can do for yourself is to ask someone else to pray for you. Ask someone else to see you in your true light. And so I invite you into your meditation, beginning to repeat over and over, I can elect to change all thoughts that hurt. I can elect to change all thoughts that hurt. I can choose peace. I can ask for a miracle. I can have a shift in my consciousness. Peace as you enter into your meditation, open, truly open to this new way of seeing things that you know that change your thoughts and you change your reality.